Most people never learn from their mistake and they never start growing. And one of my greatest lessons that I learned from this book is about thinking less and doing more. Now, in this video, I'm going to share 5 critical lessons that are going to completely change your mindset and make you the most effective working person. You can build your own dreams if you just understand this simple concept of self discipline. And the book is Think Less, Do More, and I highly recommend you to read this book once in your life if you are really going through overthinking, procrastination, or if you're feared or you're scared to chase their dreams, or even if you're trying to build something of your own and you do not have any kind of knowledge, any kind of support, any kind of guidance, you feel lonely about yourself, just like I did when I started my business. But in the end, this book clarified all my doubts, and that's the reason I am sharing this behavioral experience that I went through that completely changed my life. The first lesson is learn by doing. Now, in today's video, what I wanted to share is that anything that you do, you can actually get better at by just doing it. So, for example, if you want to get better at camera for your marketing businesses, you can always force yourself to get better because that's the only way. Human brain is always like that. If you see from the top, it always is scared of trying new things. It's always literally feared about anything that new is going to happen. And that's the reason I was never going to take action into anything that I wanted to do because I was really scared to do things. And that's the reason, for example, if I wanted to learn new skill or if I wanted to start that business that I was always thinking about and I never did that, I would really be ashamed of myself because that's a cowardly choice. And I don't want to make those type of choice and limit my growth. I was really curious about life. My curiosity led me to take action. So be curious if you want to achieve the freedom. Be generally love yourself, be kind to yourself, and let yourself take that action that was always into your mind because you only learn by doing. Simple as that. Second lesson is about consistency is far more better than high intensity. Now, during my experience of building my own body, I was really fat and really obese, and I was really ashamed of myself. But when I understood after losing a lot of weight and becoming fit that consistency was more effective than high intensity. Yeah, sometimes when you're angry, you can use all that energy, all that pain into going high reps and high volumes. But more importantly, the main thing that I learned is that going to the gym every single day, being disciplined and being consistent, because that was the only thing that made me a professional elite person. Third lesson from this book, the author is trying to teach us is that fear is a signal, not any kind of stopping sign. So when you feel fear, it's a signal that your mind is actually growing into a new level. You're acquiring new skills. You're trying to become something that you were never been. You're trying to become a new version of yourself. It can be really great for you because most people really think that it is always going to be bad because overthinking makes people generally think in their default mode is that something bad is going to happen. But if you change your mindset that fear and anxiety is going to create better future for yourself, eventually you will be shocked that you will be happy to take action into the right direction and you will change your life every single day. It is not that hard because fear stops many people, but if you keep forcing yourself to face your fears and face those monsters, eventually you will end up winning in your life. Lesson number 4 is action compounds faster than planning. So most of my life I've seen many people just doing planning for more than 3 months and 6 months. They make like totally new year plans but never start anything. And that's the reason they never get anywhere. And for myself, what I did was that when I see myself planning every time, I start focusing on doing more because I know my planning is always going to make me think that I'm going to achieve less or achieve so much, but eventually I know my work done is very low. So I always try to make judgment on how much work I'm capable to do, then making planning on how much great I can become. That was something I always focused on to keep myself humble and keep working every single day. And the last lesson is overthinking kills momentum. Whenever you see is that I've read this book named Atomic Habits, and in that book, the author teaches us that your system is much more important than your goals, and overthinking only wastes time. In my personal experience, what I've seen myself doing is that whenever there were days where I was just doing the work without thinking, I was able to complete and tick off my daily to do list every single time. But when there were days where I was just overthinking, worrying about stuff, thinking that what is going to happen in future, what happened in past, those were the days I was not able to complete my daily to-do list, and I really regret that. That's the one thing I always wanted to correct about myself, that if I just stop thinking and just focused on completing my 24 hours daily to-do list, I would have been much more effective in a year than I was in my past. So that's it for this video, and if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video.